Okay, good to have you all joining with us. It is 6:30, and we're going to change the order today. I'm going to introduce you immediately to Rabbi David Bienenstock, one of our members, who is a little bit north from us right now. David Bienenstock's going to help us get into the mood of Shabbos, the song, and then you did Nefesh. We'll do our davening, and I'll share my Devar Torah at the end. So, Rabbi David Bienenstock, welcome. I'm going to mute everybody else right now. Just David, give me one moment, please, as I'm going to have to mute all and then unmute you, David. And first.
Nefesh, could you unmute
David? Okay, you're on.
Rabbi Yasker, for you did Nefesh, could you unmute everybody, and for Kabbalat Shabbat, unmute everybody?
Okay, Bli Neder.
We'll see. Okay, we'll see what happens. Okay, good Neder Shabbos or good Shabbos from Baltimore. Okay, I hope you're all doing well. I miss you guys. Okay, but we're going to do the best we can over here with this. This is an introduction to Shabbos. It's a song by a group called Journeys. Many of you know it. Hopefully, and you can either sing along or just listen up as we're doing it. The sun is going down. It's shining through the trees. Another week's gone by. Become a memory. So throw away your hammer. There's nothing left to do. Go on home and find the gift that's waiting there for you. Oh, it's time to say Shabbos. So your work is done. Want to spend the day together with the Holy One. Say a special blessing on a cup that's filled with wine. Man and his creator, it's a very special time. Your candles will be burning. They'll fill your home with light. Singing songs of Shabbos well into the night. So throw away your hammer. There's nothing left to do. Go on home and find a gift that's waiting there for you. Oh, it's time to say good Shabbos. So your work is done. Gonna spend the day night together with the Holy One. Say a special blessing on a cup that's filled with wine. Man and his creator, it's a very special time. You'll spend time with your family. You'll study and you'll pray. Why not wait till after Shabbos? Oh, those nails won't run away. So throw away your hammer. There's nothing left to do. Go on home and find the gift that's waiting there for you. Oh, it's time to say good Shabbos, 'cause all your work is done. Gonna spend the day together with the Holy One. Say a special blessing on a cup that's filled with wine. Man and his creator, it's a very, 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 very special time. Okay, so much for introduction to Shabbos. Now we get into the real stuff of the real Shabbos. You did Nefesh, Avod Achaman, Beshochav וחוסנה על בינו בך. כי זה כמה לצוף לצפתי, לירוק לספרת וזכר. Famda libi, v'chusana, v'yal tisalem, ikalena, ufros chagivi olay, esukas shlomecha, koireret mikvodecha, Nagila Venisakava Mahereho Kiva Maway the Karneno Kimeyayla Okay, thank you. Now we're going to begin a regular Kabbalat Shabbat. So hang on 1 second. We'll put this away. Naran Oladainai, Nariyo Tzori Shenu. Arboim Shana Kubadar Bamaram, Toile Bavim Bain, Nayado Derachai, Asher Nishpati Viape, Imivayu Namanuchasi, Shiroladina Shirchadash. Yes, Magwashumaim Vesagelaret, Yiramaya, Mumlaya, Yalasada Kabbalat Shabbat. Oz Yiran Lokalat Sayar, Lifnadina Kiva, Kivalish Baradet, Yishpat, Pevel Betzedek, Yamin Biamunasa.
Ki Adonai Yana Koloret Mona Leisa Kol Elohim. I have Adonai Sinura. Shomen Nafshos Chatzida Mian Rishoyim Yatzileim. Or Zuru Alat Tzadik Al Yisrael Simcha. Simcha Tzadikim Badonai. V'had Lezecha Kadisha. Bizmashir Ladonai. V'chatzot yadago shoifar hari ulevnei melech Adonai yiramayim umlayai tevel b'yoshveva norim gauchav yachar har miranein ulevnei Adonai kiva lishbar haaretz yishpat tevel b'tzedek yamim b'meishorim Adonai malach. B'yamuran yidabra leihem shomra d'ysav v'chad nosam lama Adonai Eloheinu ato anisam el nosei Yisraelem roikem alali loisam roimamu Adonai Eloheinu v'shtachavu l'har kodsho ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Mizmor leDavid havul Adonai b'nei Elim havul Adonai Kavod vos. Havul Adonai kevod shemo ishtachvu Adonai madras kodesh. Kol Adonai al hamayim el hakavod yidim. Adonai al mayim rabim. Kol Adonai b'koyach. Kol Adonai ve'adar, Kol Adonai shover arozim, v'yishaper Adonai es arzei avonon, v'yarkiden kamo egel Lebanon, v'siryan kemo v'nreimim. Kol Adonai, Chaytzev Lavoseish, Kol Adonai, Yochel Midbar, Yochel Adonai, Midbar Kadesh, Kol Adonai, Yochel Elayolos, Vayechesov, Yeros, Uvechalo, Kolo Omer Kavod, Adonai lama bo yashav, v'yeshev Adonai melech le'olam, Adonai yaz li'am yitain Adonai yivorech esamai v'sholom. Anu makayach. Lechodo di lekras kala pene Shabbos ne Kabbalah. Lechodo di lekras kala pene Shabbos ne Kabbalah. Shomar v'zachar v'dibur echad hishmiyanu el hamiyuchad Adonai echad u'shma echad l'shemu siferes v'lesila ailecha dodi likras kala penei Shabbos nekabla Lekras Shabbos lechu v'nelcha ki makar habaracha Meosh mikedem nesucha sof masa v'machshava techila lecha odi likras kala penei Shabbos nekabla Mikdash melech ir melucha kumitzi mitoy chafecha Rav loch sheves v'yemek kabacha uhu yachamal alayichem lecha dodi lekras kala penei Shabbos nekabla His nari meya forkumi live she big day sifar techami al yad ben yishai beis alach mi korva el nafshi yei alai lecha dodi lekras kala B'nei Shabbos nekabla Hisoderi, kivore kumiori Uri, cheer daberi kavod Adonai Olayich nigla lecha dodi likras kala B'nei Shabbos nekabla Lo sevoshi v'lo sikomi matishtochachi umatemi bach yachasu ani yayami v'nivnisa irati lai lecha dodi I lekras kala B'nei Shabbos nekabla v'hayulim shisa shasayich v'rachaku kol mevalayich sesolayich elayich kim soischa nahal kahalai lecha dodi I lekras kahala I B'nei Shabbos nekabla Yomenus mahal tefrotzi v'yes Adonai taritzi al yarish ben parti v'nismecha v'nagila I lecha dodi I lekras kala I B'nei Shabbos nekabla Oy boi v'shalom materes bala gam besimcha uftala tochem munei am segula boi chala lecha dodi I lekras kala B'nei Shabbos nekabla da 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 da. Good Shabbos.
Rabbi Bidenstock.
Good
Thank you
Shabbos.
very much.
Thank you.
Yesher kochacha, and you have a beautiful Shabbos.
Thank you. You too. Enjoy the nice weather down there. Ha ha.
Okay. So, this Shabbos is the longest Torah reading of all of the parshios. And just to give you some of the statistics, we talk a lot about statistics these days. Parshas Naso has 8,632 letters, 2,264 words, and 176 psukim. And that's really large. Now, a huge factor in the length of the parsha actually stems from 6 psukim. What? How can 6 psukim make such a difference when you're talking about 176 psukim? Well, as many of you know, basically those 6 psukim are repeated 12 times, one for each nasi, one for each head of the tribe. They all brought the identical offering to the Mishkan. Because our parsha is picking up as part of the Chanukat HaMizbeach and the dedication of the Mishkan, of the desert tabernacle. There were these 12 days of special offerings brought by the Nesiim, the presidents, heads of the tribe. The only thing that changes basically is the name and the tribe. Everything else remains the same. So if the Torah could have told us, this is the offering that each Nasi brought, and it could have put down those psukim, and then it could say all the names of the Nesiim that brought that korban. And let's say the 12 names were divided up into a few psukim, but we could have saved at least 65 psukim. That would bring down our parsha to a little bit over 100. It would be in the running for a typical parsha. So why is it? Why is it? Well, first let's take a look at what the Nesiim brought. First, they brought 1 silver bowl, karat kesef. It weighed 130 shekels. And they brought 1 silver basin, which is a mizrach, and that weighed 70 shekels. Both of those was filled with flour and some oil, which made it into a mincha offering. There was 1 bull, 1 ram, 1 young lamb for an olah, 1 gold ladle, a kaf that weighed 10 shekels that had bisamim, incense in it. There was a goat for a chatat offering. And then there was a shlamim offering, which consisted of 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 male goats, and 5 young lambs. A lot of components into those offerings. Now, why repeat those details each time? So the Ramban starts answering that question by saying it was Hashem's expression of kavod, of respect for God-fearing individuals that now had the opportunity in representing their shevet, their tribe. Hashem appreciated each and every one of the Nesiim and gave that Nasi his own recognition. When those psukim, those 72 psukim have been concluded, the Torah gives a summary of everything that they brought. Now, the Torah doesn't usually repeat things unnecessarily. And especially for us today with calculators, we can make our own cheshbon. We can do the math. We know that 12 times, 1 ladle means 12 ladles, etc., etc. So why is it necessary to also have that summary? So the Ramban actually has more in his commentary that helps us answer that question and appreciate an important message here. From what we might consider in those days, and how we long for those days where we would hear the parsha, and parshas naso, people, after a while, some people feel, all right, I heard it already, once, twice, 3 times. But the Ramban makes a note that while each offering externally was the same, But we need to remember that a korban is never complete without the internal, what's in a person's mind, the kavanah, what we say as an expression, what's in a person's heart. If a person gives a korban and doesn't have the right intentions for giving the korban, so his korban is not going to be effective. So externally, the korbanot looked the same, but each and every nasi brought his own unique character, personality, and thoughts into the korban. And so it wasn't just that the math was done for us. It was a matter of bringing together all of these unique individuals who had their spotlight, who had their own individual day, now are being brought together. And in fact, where the Torah can, there were two of those vessels made out of silver, their count is even combined. So we're talking about achdus here, about unity. Certainly, our achdus within our own community, our unity, the concern we have for one another remain great strengths of our community, and they remain great strengths of Klal Yisrael. You know, the secular calendar is not really meant to be our main calendar. And we have already celebrated Yom Yerushalayim. But on the secular calendar, today, June 5th, is the anniversary of the outbreak of the Six-Day War. And then 2 days later was the reunification of the holy city of Yerushalayim. I can remember, I was a freshman in high school at that time. When the war broke out, I was so nervous listening to the reports. But that war, the victory of that battle, brought tremendous unity to Jews and Jewish communities worldwide. It brought Jews out of the woodwork, Jews that didn't relate so much, sometimes unfortunately maybe even embarrassed about their Jewish background, but it brought out so much pride and vocal support for Israel and brought the world of Jews together. So not only does our Parsha contain this message of unity, but even its secular date this year reinforces a message of unity. We should always pray for the continuation of that achdus, of that unity, the biggest bracha of shalom. And I'm going to ask you to listen carefully as I recite which we usually do Shabbos morning and Yom Tov mornings in shul. We recite what we call in English a prayer for the government, meaning the United States of America. We need our own prayers for having shalom in our country now, and always praying for shalom in the land of Israel, and Hashem helping to provide guidance to leaders, hopefully of all countries, to make the right decisions, create the right society. Hanotein Tishua L'Melachi U'Memshalad Nesichi Malchuto Malchut Kol Amim. Hapotzet David Adom Michev Ra'ah Hanotein Bayam Derech V'Mayim Azim Netivav Hu Yivarech Et HaNasi V'Et Mishneh V'Kol Surei HaMedinot HaElu Melech Malchei HaMelachim B'Rachamav Yichayim V'Yishmerem Mikol Tzura V'Yegon V'Nezek Yatzileim V'Yitain B'Libam V'Leid Kol Yoatzehem V'Sarehem L'Asot Tovot Imanu V'Im Kol Yisrael Achenu V'Mehem V'Yameinu Tivasha Yehuda V'Yisrael Yishkon Levetach Uvad L'Tzion Goel V'Chen Yihi Ratzon V'Nomar Amen. Avinu Shebashamayim Tzur Yisrael V'Goalo Barech Medinat Yisrael Reshit Tzmichat Gulatenu Hagein Aleha Bevrat Chazdech V'Ros Aleha Sukat Shlomecha Ushlach Orecha Mitechal Rasheha Sareha V'Yoatzeha V'Taknein B'Eitzat Tova Milfanecha Chazek Et Yedei Mignei Eretz Kodshenu V'Anchilei Eloheinu Yeshua V'Ater Nitzachon Ta'atreim V'Natata Shalom Ba'aretz V'Simchat Olam L'Yoshveha ואת אחינו כל בית ישראל וכל נבכו עד סוף פזוריהם, ותוליכי מהרה קומיות לציון עירך, וירושלים משכן שמך, כך כתוב בתורת משה עבדך. אם יהיה נידחך בקצה השמיים, משם קבצך אדוני אלוהיך משם ייקחך, והביאך אדוני אלוהיך אל הארץ אשר ישוב אבותיך וירשתה, ויטיבך והרבך מאבותיך. ויחד לבבינו לאהבה וליראה את שמך, ולשמור כל דברי תורתך. ושלח לנו מהרה בן דוד משיח צדקך, לפתור מחכה קץ ישועתך. והופע בהדר גאון וזכר כל יושבי תבל ארצך, ויאמר כל אשר נשמה באפו, אדוני אלוהי ישראל מלך, ומלכותו בכל משלה, amen, selah. I must confess that I'm going to unmute you also as I think, 1 second. I guess some of you are self-muted, so you're welcome to unmute if you'd like. But with the exclusion of Yom Ha'atzmaut and Yom Yerushalayim, I have not recited those two brachas, bakashot, especially aloud, in many, many weeks. I would look forward to having the opportunity to do that together soon in one another's presence. We definitely do look forward to Monday's inauguration of outdoor Mincha Mariv, Minyanim, Kanai Hara. We have a nice registration for them. We're looking forward to that. Yishchar to David Chezo, chairman of the committee, Jerry Jacobs working hard on that committee. And we look forward to continued progress and always keeping our precautions, because a measure of relief doesn't mean to drop things that shouldn't yet be dropped. I wish you all a good Shabbos, and you're welcome to wish one another a good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos, everyone.
Shabbos.
Shabbos, everybody.
Good Shabbos.
Shabbos, everyone.
Shabbos.
Shabbos.
Good Shabbos, everyone.
Chicago Rabbi.
I know
Yes,
that Rabbi David Biedenstock had to go to another obligation, so he's not on right now, but I want to thank him again.
Nice job.
Good Shabbos, everybody.
Shabbos.
So, Rabbi, you said Jerry is working hard, but you didn't say I'm working hard. You said I'm the chairman. You didn't say I'm working
Well, I wanted to see how carefully you were listening, David.
Oh, I listen everywhere, Rabbi.
We know how much work there is behind the scenes to
Chairman's
try to
always
accomplish
doing a lot.
something, right?
For sure.
Okay.
Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbos.
Shabbat shalom to you.
Tansky.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Thank you.
As our squares or rectangles get larger, we understand that more and more people are really getting ready for Shabbos.
Right.
So Sam and Shifra, Rita and Mark, Harry and
Yeah.
Bishop,
How's
Ted.
it going in Brooklyn?
Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Good.
Shabbos, Rebecca. How's it in
The
Brooklyn, Rita?
Berkowitzes.
Shabbat shalom,
How are you in
everyone.
Brooklyn.
Do I read this?
She's muted.
Mr. Berkowitz. Good
Okay,
Shabbos
Shabbat
to
shalom, everyone.
Rebecca, good Shabbos.
Shabbos, Rabbi and Rebbitzin.
Harry.
Lenny and Raz, I think that is, and David and
Yeah.
Harriet.
Good
Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.
Okay, all
All
right.
right. Good Shabbos.
Enjoy Shabbos. Maybe see some of you back for Abdullah as well.
Okay, Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom.